Hey guys, this is Chrome. Welcome to Promo Look At. These are basic videos that I do for tabletop gaming. Without further ado, to this promo we're going to be looking at is for Scythe, a game by Stonemaier Games and created by Jamie Stegmaier. And the promo we're going to be looking at is not on the board. It's actually going to be these factory cards right here, which, as you can see, it comes in this little bag and it says have factory card promos number 13 to 18. So these are the factory cards 13 to 18. And the backgrounds are the same, just like the base game. So there's not much of a difference. So let's look at all of these cards. So before I get started, I'm going to move this over here. And then I'm going to move this board over here because that's where we're going to be using. Now, remember, if you're going to get any of the factory cards, you're going to have to be in the factory location in order for you to select any of the factories that are here. Now, I have set up here a 3-player game, 1, 2, and 3, as you guys can see. So you will get these cards, shuffle them up, and distribute, and only, not distribute, I was going to say that, and only select 4 of them at random and place it down here by the factory cards. So you won't get to see every single factory card in your game. You only will see depending on the how many players are playing. So if you were playing a 7-player game, you'll see 8 factory cards on the board, and whoever is the first person in the factory gets to basically select and choose one of that they want, and then place all of them back until somebody else goes to the factory. So it's basically something that is only available if you go to the factory, and the more players, the more factory cards you see, the less players, the less factory cards you'll see. So in the 2-player game, there only will be 3 factory cards. So the chances of you seeing these might be lower because there's only 12 cards there. And with these, it'll jump it up to 18. All right. With that being said, let's look at the first promo we're going to look at is number 13. So here is a mech carrying some wood with a guy on the top, and it looks like they just destroyed that field from the looks of it because they cut down all the trees and they're taking that mech to probably build houses. So with this, now if you remember, one thing I should know is this will go right next to your player board, and it's another action you can take. So you can take this action for this round, and then the next one you'll move your action there so you can take the actions that are there. Now remember, you're going to do things from the top to then the bottom. So for this one, it actually says that you're going to pay any 2 types of resources. So you can't say I'm going to pay 2 grains just to take this action. No, you have to pay any 2 resources. So I can say I pay 2 metal and 2 grain to then activate the next ability, which is to deploy a mech wherever one of my workers is. So I could just deploy that mech right there, or I can deploy a structure wherever one of my workers is. So I can just do one of those. So I have an option of saying mech or structure. So that's pretty cool. And then for the final action, which you will notice that all of these cards have it, is that you get to move 2 more additional spaces. So that's pretty much another little bonus with it. So that'll be number 13. Now let's go on to number 14, which is I'm going to pay 1 combat card. So one of these little combat cards, you're going to just pay it. And then once you pay it, then you're going to gain, wherever there is a mech, you're going to gain a worker. So I'll put this worker right there. And you're going to gain 2 more coins. So you'll gain 2 coins from the supply, and you add it to your board, and then you get to move for 2, like I said. Now this artwork right here looks pretty cool because you got this guy with the scythe and he's cutting the field, and you got this woman right behind him. I guess she's grabbing all the weeds he's cutting off, or the greens. And you got these workers over here, and then you got this mech over here, and it looks like one of these workers is actually driving the mech. So that's pretty cool. And I don't know, is that plutonium or is that aluminum, I think it's called? Or is that just some type of energy source? It looks pretty cool. I like the blue to it, because the whole card is like kind of darkish until you see that blue. It kind of look like it pops it out just a little bit. So it's pretty cool. So that'll be number 14. So I'll put it right up there. And then let's go up to number 15. So number 15 over here has like this mech with two glowing eyes right there. This woman right here looking at her children like, oh my goodness, there's a robot there. And she has like a bucket of maybe rice, grains, water, sand, I don't know. And there's a field. The two kids are right there. And this mech looks like it has like a flamethrower. It's about to shoot like a plasma at somebody. I don't know. It looks pretty cool though. All right, so what does this one do? So you get to pay any resource you want. So I'm going to say I pay some metal just to gain the two benefits that are here. So you gain a combat card, so that'll go onto your field, and you gain 2 power, which will be right here. And that's pretty much all you get for this one, and then you get to move for 2. So that'll be that action. So let's go on to number 16. So number 16 right here, you're going to pay whatever you want. So I can just pay this last grain I have to gain these resources. So I gain popularity, which will be this heart up here. And then I will also gain power and a coin. So again, another coin for this one. And the artwork. So the artwork actually looks like this woman and this child they're in a snowfield with a little light lamp post right here, and all these people are going into the Snowpiercer train, because that's what it looks like to me. It just looks like that train that from Snowpiercer. So they're just going to walk to it, and then before, you know, the world freezes to death. And then you have like the factory or a structure back there. So that's pretty cool. And again, lastly, you get your 2 movements for using this card. Right, next card up is this spider looking mech, which I have to say looks sexy, because I like how this one actually looks like it's like has a whip of I guess like the plasma or fire, and it's just gonna hit you with it. And then it has those 3 little eyes right there, which again stands out. So, and then it's like behind the woods or a forest or something like that, and then you have all these guys here like ready to like say, come on, we're going to stab you as soon as you get close to us. And you have this dog right there. So it actually looks like a scary movie card, because it's like they're all just standing there. It's like, why are you guys standing there? But again, nice artwork. And you move for 2 for last one. Oh, but let's talk about the card. So you're going to pay 1 combat card to use this, which will give you an upgrade, which an upgrade will be one of these guys right here. So you get to choose whichever cube you want to move, and then you get to put it wherever you want where there is an opening. And then that means you get to pay less for that ability. And then you gain a power. So I go up on power again. So that'll be number 17. Lastly, number 18, which I wish this was in the game, because this looks super cool. Like you can have your workers, well, these are soldiers, but you can have like, it looks like workers are with these like mechanical little mech pieces with aluminum powering it up, or plasma, I don't know what it is. And it just looks so cool because it has a little factory in the background, and these guys are just like crawling, so it's like they can probably maneuver through lakes or something like that, or water, rivers, who knows. But it just, no, not lakes, probably rivers, because rivers are probably not as deep, because it looks like those legs are like super cool. So it's like XCOM with like when you upgrade your limbs. So that's pretty much what this one is. So it looks pretty cool. I like the eyes on that guy too. Well, both of them have it with their shining blue eyes. So I really actually like that. Like the whole car looks pretty darkish, and then it has those popping blue little spots to the card. So it kind of reminds me of King of Tokyo Dark Edition. Anyways, so with this one, number 18, so you got to pay 2 of any resources. You can say 2 metal, 2 grain, or you can say oil, or you can say wood. So it doesn't matter what resources you pay for these, as long as they're 2 different resources. So I will mention that many times. You have to pay 2 different resources just to use that ability, and then you gain one of the 2. So you can use an upgrade, and just upgrade your little structure, so you pay more for that, but you'll pay less for that. Or you can say, nah, I'm not gonna get that. I'm gonna get the enlist action, which will be one of these, which I already moved one. So I'm just say I'll gain the power, and then I'm put it right here in the power. So to gain that benefit for permanently, so that I'll gain 2 more power. Or So pretty much that's how these two work. So you either get to choose to upgrade, or you get to get one of the permanent bonuses down here for enlisting. So that's pretty cool as well. So you don't have to, let's just say like for this power, I don't have to pay for, no, wait, let me remember this correctly. So to enlist will be here. So you have to pay basically the oil drums. And let's just say, if you see, I only gain steel and grain. So I don't really pay, I don't have that, I'm not close to an oil place. So I can just say, screw that, I'm not going to pay for oil. I'll just get that automatically. And it just, boom, right there. So I'll get to ignore that. So with this card, so that's not bad. And again, you get your 2 movement. All right, so that's pretty much all of the promo cards for this set. And you basically get to say, hey, Crow, is this worth it? Can I still purchase this? And how was this available? Now, I will start off by saying I like to sleeve cards. So if you like to sleeve your cards, these have nice little plastics that, as you can see, that I sleeved. I already sleeved all my other factory cards. And I got them from Sleeve Kings, which is the size of 70 times 110 millimeters. So it's pretty good. It's not bad. It doesn't wiggle in there. It's actually nice and sturdy and stuck in there. So that's not bad. It's not like permanently stuck. You can still open it and take them out. No problem. So it's pretty good. So if you like to sleeve your cards, you got to get some 70 times 110 millimeters. I'll leave that there so you guys can see it. Now, are these cards worth it? How was it available? These were actually available through the Kickstarter. So if you guys supported the Kickstarter for Scythe, these were probably a stretch goal. I wasn't a board gamer back in that time. So that's how basically these came out. So I didn't get them that way. I actually purchased them from Meeple Source, which here is a little pin from them. And they basically have pretty much all the promos for Scythe. So I'll leave that there so you guys can see it, continue seeing it. And that's how I basically got these cards. Now, do I recommend getting them from people like the Geek Market or Meeple Source if it's still available there? And the answer is, yeah, sure. If you like Scythe that much and you want a more variety when it comes to the factory cards, again, they're distributed at random, well, selected at random. So you can't really tell which factory card you're going to get, but it is a 5th action to your player board, so it actually is pretty good. Now, the thing is, if you don't play Scythe as much, then I wouldn't recommend getting these because it's not worth it. But in the other case is if you do like to play Scythe and you like to have more player counts and you want more for the game, then yeah, I do highly recommend getting these because again, they're cheap. They're not that expensive, and they add a little bit more variety to your game, a little bit more juice to it. So it's not bad. Now, they do sell a Meeple Source for like $5, and it's, again, not that expensive. So you're going to probably pay around $10 because you have to consider shipping, and then you get more promos. Now, if you get more promos from Meeple Source, because again, they have more variety of promos, then you, instead of paying $5 extra for shipping, you're paying probably a little bit less because if you think about it, you're adding a bunch of promos to your Scythe game or to any other games because they have a couple of sections for promos. So it's not bad, but let everybody know in the comments below if you're a Scythe player, should you get these factory cards for your Scythe board game? Let everybody know in the comments below. That way everybody can make a decision based on what other people think. But with that being said, yeah, give this video a like so I can continue making more videos just like this. It actually inspires me to continue, and it excites me a little bit more. But with that being said, I got a special thanks for you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.